What up, YouTube? Welcome to the 2018 Falling Barn Open presented by John Brown Disc Golf TV. My name is Kyle Rife, and I'll be joined today in our commentary with Dylan Slate.
What up, everybody?
We're coming to you from Sedro-Woolley, Washington at, give it to me, NSRA?
Yeah, North Skagit Recreation Area. It's the big course they got in Sedro-Woolley. I think this is the 11th year in a row that they've had this tournament running. It's always been a popular one. Whole lot of people signed up. I think we had over 40 in the open field this year.
Awesome. That's a great turnout for our part of the country. A bunch of local pros. We'll bring you through them as they come up here. But big wide open. Oh, this is Kyle Crabtree. If you don't know Kyle Crabtree,
you probably don't play disc golf.
You probably don't. Yeah, I know a lot about the West Coast disc golf scene, but pretty much a wide open shot here, right? Dylan, a lot of out of bounds.
OB on the right and left, but it's a wide enough fairway to where you should be able to work a driver pretty easily, just like Kyle does right into the center here.
And yeah, center cut, pimping.
I think this is going to be Luke Christensen on the pad now.
Okay, he's another local guy here in Western Washington at Everett, Washington. I think we looked him up, about 990 rating.
Yeah, he's a solid player for sure.
No doubt. Might have cut that a little thin.
Yeah, he found the long grass, and that's OB on the left there. There's a painted line right by all that tall grass.
Sure. And Kenny Clark from Seattle?
Seattle, Kirkland, yeah.
Okay.
He's on that side of the Puget Sound.
Big sidearm, a lot of freaky overhands. No, that's Zach. What am I?
Yeah, this guy's a forehand specialist for sure.
Huge sidearms.
But that's not to say his backhand isn't salty too. He's right in the middle there.
And here's a West Sounder almost, Michael Henson out of Shelton, Washington, Elma.
Yeah, putting up what I'm guessing is a destroyer really high, flirting with the left side eventually, but he stayed safe.
You know, a little bit inbounds is all the way inbounds.
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
Just a little bit of the Frisbee.
And
so Luke's throwing three?
Throwing three, right.
Probably throwing a fairway driver. He's probably got at least 300 feet left to go to the pin. He's just got to get under that and scoot up.
Is this little trail out of bounds here? I wouldn't imagine.
No, that's just a walking path. I think it may play OB on hole 2. I'm not positive though.
Okay.
But landing there is safe.
Pretty attackable par 4 if you can navigate the out of bounds though.
Yeah, if
it's approachable green here, you know.
Exactly. You want to say it's a low ceiling, but coming in from the distance you normally are, your disc is going to drop in time. And Kenny is parked for the first hole of the tournament, so it's always a relief. I mean, you want to get a putt out of the way, but if you can put off putting, just do that.
See, from the AM perspective, we're trying not to destroy our tournament on the first hole, you know.
Yeah.
And
Kyle throwing filet mignon. Although it does leak a little right, he's going to have to at least make a putt to get
he's
that.
He's going to have to earn that putt, yeah. Mike winding up a pretty approachable shot here.
Yeah, I think he's
going right at it.
So they're all putting, for sure. This is Luke to save par after taking that OB penalty stroke.
Be a nice way to save. I mean, that'd feel like a birdie.
Oh, for sure.
The first hole of the tournament.
Best case scenario. Not to mention, this is a putt that you can start to get momentum going on, too.
Sure. I mean, obstructed putt right away, about, 25 feet. What could have been, but nice little roll. Stop.
You can sit now.
Yeah.
Or just keep going.
Yeah. Those rolls feel a lot longer when you're looking at a bogey putt, too,
I think that was Michael,
kind of
definitely, left it left. Kyle for a birdie.
And
that leaked out right. It looked like it caught a lot of chains, but it splashed out right for sure.
Even the pros not still susceptible to that tree getting his, forcing him to go too wide there.
Should also be mentioned that we teed off pretty early. The Open Division, I think they started teeing off around 7:45, and it was really, really cold probably until almost noon.
How much complaining was there in the men's pro open field about that?
I didn't really hear anybody complaining, at least out loud, about it.
Okay.
I mean, I know some guys are always reluctant to wake up early, but
Kenny off to a hot start, Luke went out of bounds. I mean, what do we got? I'm sorry, was that about 273 downhill? So these guys have all got putters.
Yeah, this is going to be one of the shorter holes on the course. Kenny looks like he's going to go with an overhand.
Go with overhand.
Which is the play I myself take. Although if you have a straight putter shot, this is a pretty easy.
It looks like he's got the tomahawk grip going.
But
it's so wide open. Oh, nice little picture-in-picture. Good job, John Brown. Park job.
Yeah, Kenny's not going to have to putt for the first 2 holes.
So you throw a thumber then?
I throw a thumber and I just try to leak it out a little left, flirting with these trees because I know I'm going to come back right. And this is almost a key hole, I want to say a peninsula island sort of hole.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be the tall grass again. There's a painted line.
Okay.
But you can't really see it from up here, but this picture-in-picture, you can kind of see it on the right there.
Sure. Looked like it stayed in.
Michael Henson lining up. Probably got a putter in his hand.
Putter in his hand for sure. Trying to think about his bag of discs. I've played with Michael quite a bit, but it's not coming to mind.
Yeah, I feel like we should know his bag better than we probably do. But that was a good shot right there.
He was a fellow brother in arms with a pig for a while.
Look at this little follow flight we got.
This is cool. It's like glow disc follow flight. Love it, John.
And Luke's gonna step up.
Look like he's got another slow disc in his hand.
Yeah, I'm not familiar at all with what he's got in his bag, but it's safe to say this is going to be a mid or a putter.
No, it looks like a putter.
Standing up nice and straight, floating perfectly.
Sitting down a little beautiful.
This card just made this hole look really easy.
So it's a little intimidating up on that box? Is that what you're saying? It's a little harder
if you're going backhand, it's pretty easy to let one just kind of float over on you and go long OB.
Okay, you can see that.
And taking the overhand shot, if it leaks one way too far, left or right, you're going to find it.
Well, I mean, that's the beauty of the overhand, really, is that it just goes straight.
Yeah,
it does a little trick up in the air, but it ends up just going straight.
I feel like it's such a repeatable shot, too.
Absolutely.
And I think that's going to be a star frame, but I think Kyle may have missed his birdie putt.
So we're out here blabbing.
Yeah, he's going to be the lone par.
That's a disappointment.
Luke picks up a birdie, though, moves back to even after his bogey on hole 1. Kenny, 2 for 2. Michael picks up the bird there.
We're going 596. Looks like a long, a slow turning dogleg left, par 4.
And there is OB on the right. It's normally a pond, but it was actually dry this year. So that painted line just kind of continues the entire way.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you look to your left, I believe that is the falling barn.
One of the.
Oh, there's multiple.
There's multiple out there, I think.
Gotcha.
Michael probably put it right in that bush.
He's not going to be happy with that shot. Looked like he was going for some sort of flex shot up that gap.
If you don't get far enough up that hillside that's just dead ahead, you are kind of pinched off because there's a Mando right of the falling barn there.
I see. So no giant Anheuser then over the falling barn.
And it's your Anheisering before that barn.
Okay.
You might be able to see the Mando here in this. No, it's going to be a little further up the hill. Okay. That's a good spot to be though. Just got to kind of pump a big wide hyzer.
Really?
Come crashing back in.
So 596 though is absolutely not. You're not getting a 2 on this thing.
No.
Okay.
Probably.
Kind of looks like he's flirting with what maybe on that Mando.
He might be, but yeah, from what I can tell, this has always been pretty grabby grass.
Okay.
I kind of like the forehand play here. If you got a thumb or two, I think that's going to be a great play that puts you in position to get the birdie almost every time.
Really? Okay. And then a big hyzer?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay. Looking for some magic from Michael here.
Yeah.
Is this going forehand roller?
Kind of turned into a throller. I can't tell if he was trying to do an Anheuser or a roller.
It looked like a really strong, like a sharp angle that he was throwing that disc on.
He ended up in an okay spot.
Yeah. Kind of looking to score here.
Yeah, just needs to not get caught by those branches, which he doesn't. He's going to be putting. Although that basket is definitely on a precarious hillside.
Is it? Michael needs this to be close to save his par. And you got a good skip, but maybe he needed another big skip there.
That's going to be outside the circle. Yeah.
Kenny's going over all of it.
Kenny's pretty much where the good drives are going to land. Maybe you can get a little bit ahead of that orange flagged drop zone there, but painted drop zone, I should say. This looks textbook.
Yep.
And in 3 holes, Kenny has looking like he's not going to need to putt at all yet.
You know, those are nice rounds.
Yes.
You know, where
if you can take that out of the equation, you're going to do good every time.
Sure.
And Luke is... He might be a little... He's in a great position. He may be a little pinched. He has to take it wide of this tree, but he should be able to get his fade back towards that putting.
See, I'm surprised we didn't see 4 approach shots like that. I guess Michael wasn't really in that spot.
Yeah.
Really. It looked like wide, looked like the jam, but everybody kind of wanted to come in tight. But we do have some birdie looks here, at least 2.
I think Michael's putting for par here, though.
That's right.
Everybody else will be putting for birdie 3. And this would be a great putt to make, but that hill is right behind the basket. Wow.
What a putt. A lot of pressure there, too.
Starting off the highlight reel early, Mr. Henson. Right in the heart, too. Beautiful.
It looked like the exact kind of soft fading, run it, but not blow past it.
That's
like
going to settle down pretty quick. And Kyle started to roll down that hill, it looks like, but should be able to make this birdie putt.
His trademark pink AVRs. Been rocking those forever.
Longer than I've been playing. Right in the heart.
As predicted. See, the pros know. You know. They know when the other pros are going to make putts.
I've just seen him make a bunch of those.
Well, I'm sure.
And Luke's got some tricky footing right now, going down to a knee.
If you're not having to do this somehow regularly when you're playing disc golf, then that means your disc golf course is lame.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
100%. Or your upshot game is really, really good.
Yes.
Lining himself up. This is a pretty important birdie putt. We're early in the tournament, but every stroke is so important. Oh, and he wanted it a little too much.
Dreaded band.
Gonna clean up what I believe is a par.
Yeah, no doubt.
And Kenny, bullseye, number 3 in a row. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I call it good. Yeah. Bet.
A little left. You can hear him.
Kenny's killing it. Couple guys, you know, Kyle and Michael just a couple strokes back. Luke's just hanging it even.
304-foot hole. You can take a backhand hyzer, a forehand hyzer like Kenny's doing right here. There's OB on both sides. It's going to be kind of a common theme on these wide open holes. And a little bit of a slope behind the basket, but there's enough trees that you can probably hope to get caught and not go too long.
Okay.
On a drive that might have a little too much steam.
This grass is very grabby today too, so I feel like you could be a little
very
more aggressive.
lush.
You know. The question is whether these guys know that or not as they're throwing in, but.
And Kyle, it looks like he's taking a mid-range or a putter because it's flipping up real nice for him.
And a little strong.
And he might have not hit any of the trees I was talking about.
Crabtree problems right there. Blasting the putter. Past 304. I guarantee this is a putter in Michael's hand. Although maybe it's a little
I think
hot.
that might have been
hot, yeah.
a rock X3
Sure,
or something
okay.
like that. I myself go with the fairway driver forehand. I take the same play as Kenny. There's a lot of forehand holes out here.
Yeah, well, you know, if you see it that way, they're all forehand holes. But yeah, I love the wide open. You know, I love that more than one option.
Ooh, Crabtree nearly canned one from down that hill.
I doubt he could have seen that. From where he
Probably
was,
not. He might have just seen the flag.
Blind putt.
Everybody else is hoping to tap in their twos here. And
Ouch.
that one might have rolled too. Luke having to do a little bit of a straddle out here. These trees aren't big, but they find a way to get in the way. Luke finds it.
Connects. 2 holes in a row. He had, the obstructed putt. Nice cash one in anyway.
And to go 4 for 4, Kenny's at about what looks like 18 feet.
There it is.
No problem.
I prefer to start all of my tournaments 4 for 4.
I don't know if I've ever had that luxury.
I haven't in my dreams. Michael, a little bit of a difficult comebacker here.
Not what you want for par, and definitely left it a little bit left. He's going to be cleaning up a bogey there. The old Birdogi.
That's, we're new. This partnership is new, Dylan and Rife on the mic, but the Birdogi really ought not be mentioned on this broadcast.
Fair enough.
We could go into a long conversation.
Everybody's heard enough of that word.
And
moving to hole 5, this is going to be almost the exact same length. I think you're only got OB on the left. And this actually has one of those cool looking antique baskets on it. Probably see that as the disc fly into the putting green.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was going to mention the beautiful Innova disc catchers that they're playing on here. This course did for years have just these artistic baskets that are on these, they're very unique. So hopefully we get some shots of those.
Kenny, another forehand. I think we may. Well, I'm not going to rule that out. He could make that, but
okay.
His streak is in danger.
Well, his streak of not having to putt.
Oh, that's over.
I guess it ended last hole. He had a circle putt, but.
And Luke lining up probably the most common play on this hole, the backhand hyzer with, I'm guessing, a fairway driver.
Fairway or
maybe a mid.
Maybe a mid. It's a pretty slow flight. I'm guessing some kind of rock.
Put it up nice and high too.
Woo!
Scared it.
Yeah,
that little red object you saw towards the right of the basket is going to be that crazy old school basket. Michael taking the straight line at it, but it's leaking a little left.
Almost acing the Artie basket, yeah. Got some shrubbery in the way, but does our... Nope.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Clark will not finish this tournament shooting a perfect score. And Michael wanted it a little too much there, found the Innova band. Ooh. And Luke might have overcompensated for what he just saw.
I prefer to hit the band.
I think we all do, but...
It had a chance,
I mean,
if you hit the
you're
cage,
usually tapping it in on the next throw either way.
Yeah. Kyle having to do a little work. No stranger to the woods.
Take a knee. Ooh, my goodness. He makes that...
That's 2 or 3 putts so far from Kyle. Maybe
right
just that cold morning,
Yeah.
And,
certainly could be playing a part.
I guarantee he's not loving it right now. He's got a real competitive fire.
I feel like he's had birdie looks on all these holes too.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
the clear opportunities.
So was
enough of that.
Pars around. We stay where we're at.
398. Can't tell from the graphic exactly, but it looks like a ton of out of bounds on all these holes. They all seem to be surrounded by out of bounds.
Yeah.
Is that all?
This one, grass? I think, is only going to have an OB river way to the left.
Okay.
And the players are taking off from probably about 50 feet above the basket, so this hole's going to play a little less than the 394 it's listed. And Kenny taking another forehand and left it up way too high, but like I said, the river on the left, I suppose you could say the mistake is right.
Okay. Well, he wasn't happy with that mistake.
No. This is really tough too, though. I kind of chalked this up to almost like just get your 3.
Okay.
Get your birdies elsewhere.
Does this feel tight? I know the camera isn't
So once you get past this opening here, it's all a whole bunch of low trees that you're probably going to be flying right over. So if you can get by this first gap, you're probably going to at least work most of the way up the fairway.
I look pumped.
Yeah. If I had to guess, he's probably just a little short left, but putting at the basket.
Okay.
Kind of want a shot that doesn't finish left all that much. You want it to just...
You really just want a straight shot.
Yeah, straight shot and maybe start to go left, but kind of be finishing on the ground.
Some players of this caliber to be throwing mid-ranges straight at that. Is it more of a fairway shot?
I would probably say it's more of a driver shot.
Okay.
And Michael Henson definitely wants that one back. He let that go early, and now he's in the rough. These trees are getting bigger every year, too.
They do that.
Throwing a forehand roller just to escape. It's going to be still a little bit of a tricky play from there. And Luke taking another knee. Lining up the forehand. He should be getting that, yes. Perfectly executed. Let's see it one more time. How to do a forehand upshot.
It's just satisfying too, man. You know?
Buttery. And Kenny from way right is going to
something
get
weird
his 3.
there, yeah. He's really catching in his par.
This is for Michael's 3. Looks like he's going to be able to give this a go. Which he does.
Hopefully he didn't leave too much meat on that bone. Kyle again from a knee. I feel like he just needs to just nail a long one, you know? And
I think all it takes is one to get him going, and I think it's going to be right here. Oh, too much fire, too much want.
Remind me not to get some stock tips from you, man.
I wouldn't get putting tips from me either.
This is bonus footage of, this is what it looks like, guys.
When we're trying to figure out who goes, and then someone just steps up and is like, I'm just going to tap out.
Kyle's like, you know, I'm the man, so I'm just going to get it done.
So I think we got 3 pars, and I think Michael had the lone bogey there.
I think you still got to put it in. Here we go.
Knock on wood. Okay.
All right, the curse of Dylan Slate.
Yeah, thank you, Michael.
Exist. Stop, conspiracy theorists. The Earth's round. All right. All right, and here we are.
Moving to hole 7.
Chilling. Same scores for quite a minute here. I guess we're slipping back. 259 looks tight.
This one definitely is. You're playing down this roadway here, and you kind of want to finish right up towards that hill.
Okay. Kind of reminds me of Stilly.
I can see it.
Yeah, that's a putt.
And I think Kenny has gone forehand on every single hole. That definitely got left. Yeah, that got let go early.
A lot of my swearing.
Pretty jaily over there.
Was that?
Pretty jaily over there?
Yeah, you should be able to get your up and down.
Okay.
It's the hill that you need to worry about. If you do a run that hits cage or anything that doesn't go into the basket, it might roll right back to you.
Kyle leaking it right, too. Feels like Kyle has gone to a lot more sidearms in the last couple of years. He used to feel like more of a backhand dominant player. And we see the one backhand. And Michael, I was just going to ask you if there is a backhand line. And it looks like that's it.
Yeah.
Throw it straight and maybe try to leak it right.
I think most of the guys on my card actually played a backhand.
Oh, we got some jump putt action.
Yeah, a little bit of low ceiling stuff kind of dangling in your face, but here's where you gotta worry. Oh, she's had. Oh, Michael wants that one back.
Yeah,
He's been finding that left side quite a bit today. And I believe that's a... Oh, I thought that was going to be a birdie, but Luke taps in a par. Kenny with the birdie too. Parking another one.
Right. What's his park count? It's high.
I think he's only had to earn one of his birdies. Everything else has been right under the bucket. Kyle taps out a par. 3 pars and 1 birdie for Kenny Clark. It's going to bring us to hole 8. Probably one of the toughest twos out at Sedro.
Okay, 354 with a big S turn.
Yeah, it's very similar to Fairgrounds Hole 8, where you're having to go way right, but somehow after that right flight come back to the left late. I think the backhand's the more accessible shot, but I think the forehand is the safer play. And this is a great shot.
Wow.
Maybe got a jump putt at it.
Wow.
I think there was only 1-2 on this hole on the weekend.
Looked to me like a sidearm was sort of a late. You're conceding par, you know.
Yeah.
You're just giving up on the birdie.
You could get some good ground play, but I don't think you're ever gonna park it with a forehand.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you really want to get some flex out of it, don't you? You want to get it to turn over and then snap back.
Ooh. That definitely got out of his hand early, but he's wide open. He should be able to get this up and down. Failed to mention there is OB on the right, but you have to be way right for that to be coming into play. And he's pin high, but probably got a little bit of stuff in his way. That was Luke's upshot.
Pretty good. Looks some pretty routine pars so far.
Yeah, Kyle don't think he was running that at all. No interest.
Kenny looks like he's sizing this up though.
I would too if I was that close. This is a really, really good steal.
Yeah.
Shout out to Matt Zlatich. He's the one who got it.
Right on.
I missed a 25-footer on this hole though. Just gotta throw that out there.
With a sidearm?
Yeah, with a sidearm.
Really?
We were actually looking for the disc for a couple of minutes, and
then you were like, oh, it was really good.
It was closer than we all thought it could be. So I'm thinking this is pars for everybody unless Michael missed that putt earlier. I don't think I ever saw him play. Should be threes around, yeah.
Threes around. Kyle at 1 down through 8.
That is definitely a slow start.
He's feeling good about that, but
yeah, for a player of his caliber, that's a slow start.
But he hasn't made the big error, But
no bogeys, just not capitalizing like you said earlier. And this is the island hole. This is the shortest hole on the course.
259, I thought. Yeah, Kenny's lining up a standard hyzer or something slow.
I think that's like his pig or something.
Oh, he's a pig man? No, I really like this dude.
I think he is, yeah.
Yeah? We got a more spiky angle coming in.
This has to sit.
And
it's on the island.
A little slide,
There are kind of like a log fence around it to kind of keep the rolls from going out of bounds.
A much wider angle from Kyle.
Got a little hot, but it's safe. And as you can see, if you do go deep on this pin, there are some little tiny skinny trees that get in the way of putting. Mm-hmm. Those tiny skinny trees just almost put Michael in the basket.
And also saved him from
going deep,
pretty
for sure.
deep, yeah.
And Luke with the longest look for the 2 connects. A little high, but that sticks. And that was also a little right, but that sticks.
He ain't afraid of no trees.
That was a great putting angle right there, actually. Good job on the camera work, guys.
Kenny looking to get to 5.
I think maybe 6.
He's maybe 6. And there he connects.
On a course that's scoreable, but by no means that easy.
Yeah, I mean, what's your goal out here?
I came in hoping to shoot a couple of 5-unders each round, personally, but I found myself closer to par. Took a couple double bogeys late.
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. This production at John Brown Disc Golf TV. Should mention that you've seen the Gateway Disc Sports logo up on this broadcast, and there will be some exciting news in the upcoming future with John Brown Disc Golf TV and Gateway Discs. Look for some of that stuff coming your way, promotions and
I think he's already got some disc reviews out too.
Outstanding disc reviews. And anyway, for John Brown Disc Golf TV, I'm Kyle Rife.
Dylan Slate. We'll catch you on the back.
All right.